This one is for the version of you that used to feel connected to something greater. And somewhere along the way, you lost it. You might still be meditating, still doing the practices, but something feels hollow, like you're going through the motion, but nobody's home. If that's where you are right now, stay with me, because what you're experiencing is not a spiritual failure. It's a spiritual invitation. Spiritual emptiness doesn't really get talked about much. It's not about being burnout. It's not about the depression. It's not about any of that. But it's the connection that we lose within ourselves, the connection that our soul wants is a spirit. And connecting the mind, body, and spirit together is the key. And that creates an internal bliss of happiness, because we're all wanting this connection, but we don't really know what it is, because we forget coming into this world that we think material gains are what happiness is, or being in a relationship is what happiness is. But the deep spiritual connection is within yourself. That's self-love, that's self-trust. And this connection is really letting go and allowing yourself to receive, because you recognize your face, you recognize everything else, but not the soul. And the soul is what lives forever, infinite. If we leave this body, the soul continues. And that's the connection we forget. The deeper connection, that being spiritual, is really connecting to your spirit from within. And that's your soul. It's something that we miss because it's so unseen. It's not like you can see, like, wake up every morning, your physical body, you see yourself in the mirror, you see your growth, you see your hair turning gray. That's physical. But the connection within the self, within the soul, is what we overlook. And why we forget and why we don't connect, it becomes overlooked because our body is so used to running on this fight or flight, and your nervous system is overworking itself because there's no connection within your body, your mind, and your soul. And you're allowing the material world, which is the outside world, to take over, where you lose control. You know, we're out chasing money, we're out chasing a job, we're out chasing a friendship, but we forget the connection starts with you, starts with that self-love first, and everything else follows. It's really our nervous system regulates from that fight or flight, and it forgets the deeper connection is within. And I've noticed that a lot of people who become successful, they're making all the money in the world. They're in a state of life where they accomplish the goal that they set, but they're not happy. There's an emptiness inside. It's because they forget that the connection was something they forgot was within themselves, the spirit. I met a professor from Princeton, and he once told me, he says, you know, I made all the money in the world, and I'm 70 years old now. The only thing I'm missing is the connection to my spirit. Can you teach me? And this is where you can go inward with meditation, with journaling, or just embodying this deeper knowing of who you are. And that's how you connect with it. And you start to talk to yourself, and it relays back and forth with, you tell yourself this is what you're doing, and the answer comes from your own intuition. And that's the connection to spirit. It's just you and your higher self. And the deeper truth to this is you can't really talk yourself into being spiritual. You can't buy spirituality. The saying of spirituality is not taught, it's caught. It's really just opening up this deeper knowing of, I am connected within my own body. I know I'm infinite. I know there's a higher capacity of me thinking. And being spiritual is just the way you think of yourself, the way you connect to yourself. And I tell clients all the time is spirituality comes in a form of just you believing in yourself. You being able to understand how your human body functions. We forget that. We forget going back to our old roots on understanding that we are the vessel within our spirit. The connection of who we are is deeper than using the material world to do something, right? And it's okay, and that's part of it. And part of the human existence is just to come into this world to experience life, because the existence starts with that, is understanding we as humans are just here to have fun and we enjoy doing it. But as long as you connect to yourself, it makes you feel whole again. It makes you happy. How we know we're disconnected is you're looking outside of yourself. You're creating a validation. You're asking for other people's opinion. You don't go within. You don't trust your own opinions. You always want to know and second guess everything because you just don't trust yourself. And spirituality is just trusting who you are in this human body. We have to realize that, the spirit feels empty when you're not connecting to it. You have to leave the material world outside and just practice that, the connection is within yourself. So it's more we always want something deeper. We know that there's more to life than meets the eye. And this is where you want to create a connection. And this is where you realize that is, everything that I'm wanting because I feel so empty, it's just really connecting to your spirit, connecting to your soul. And that's something that we forgot. And the simple thing as, we think we can meditate more. We think we can journal more. We think we can read more books to be spiritual. But the number one key of spirituality is just being you. Just being who you are, being your authentic self. And then from there, the connection opens because you start to trust yourself. It's not about doing more or wanting more answers. It's just being present in the moment of right now. It's about returning to the practice, right? Practice of being present in this moment of right now. If you're holding a cup of tea, feeling the warmth, feeling the tea, how does it taste? Does it make you happy? Does it fulfill you because you are holding something physical in the moment? And that's connection. And, we can meditate all day. We can write all day. We can go work out all day. But if you can't sit in this moment right now and feel this here right now, then you're not connected. This is all about being grateful and being in tune with your own body, your own mind, and your own soul. It's connecting those three together that creates the spiritual connection. Also, being spiritual isn't a religion. It's really just a practice of you connecting and coming back inward, knowing that you are the answer. You are the vessel. You are what it is that the soul wants. And the moment we realize that, you know what, I want to go towards my path, live in my destiny, is really just telling yourself, I'm the connection. I'm the soul that I've been searching for. Or that book, Eat, Pray, Love, right? We go searching for some connection outside of ourselves. And when we get there, we just realize it's just already with us. So there's no need to go soul searching. The way of going to search is to go inward and to realize that the connection was already there. No matter where you are in the world, no matter what place you are in life, the connection is always here. It's always been here since you were born. And spirituality isn't a performance. It's not a way of thinking you have to do it. It's really embodying it. It's really just living the moment. It's taking that time for yourself to enjoy a hobby that you love, right? Connecting to your spirit because you as a soul love to rollerblade, because I've been enjoying the hobby of rollerblading lately. And it's just put me in this bliss of connecting my body and my soul, watching the sunset and allowing myself to be present in the moment, listening to the waves crashing while I'm at the beach, listening to people passing by. That is the key, is to really embody the connection within yourself and the experience that you are allowing yourself to have. And that connection was just never lost. It was just really you having to slow down, to be still in this moment, taking this breather of just inhaling deep and just holding the breath. And then exhale. And feeling the breath as you let the exhale release. The feeling that you are breathing is a connection to spirit and your soul.